Anyway, this is a poem about a pub, because everyone likes pubs, and it's about the best kind of pub, which is a really shit old man's pub. So, and it's a shit pub, and it's on the edge of town, and it's called the Despondent Frog. It's got one kind of lager and one kind of bitter and one bottle of wine. It's been on the shelf so long it is now a prized vintage. It's got 4 lads stood around the dartboard and 1 dart. Everyone's desperate for a fag, but the smoking yard is just full of scrap metal and crap and an old cement mixer and some junked, obsolete, redundant, thrown-out technology. Manual typewriters and mangles and iPhone 4s. Into this scene walks a stranger, the first stranger who's been in this pub in a decade, and everyone looks at him in disbelief. And he walks up to the bar and he orders a pint and a bag of peanuts. Sips his pint, eats a nut, chokes, turns red, starts to fight for breath. Someone Googles the Heimlich manoeuvre and starts watching a YouTube video of the Heimlich manoeuvre. The man sinks to his knees, his lips turning blue. They're all watching the video of the Heimlich manoeuvre. The man flops over onto his side, and at this point the lad whose turn it is, with the dart, turns and hurls it into the man's throat, an emergency double-top tracheotomy. And the man does not stop breathing again. Instead, the wound in his neck opens up into a slit that runs the length of his body. He opens like a sleeping bag, and from within emerges a creature that resembles a cross between a fire-breathing lizard and a very cute, small family dog. The creature looks at the drinkers look at the creature, and the creature says, "I am from the management team at the brewery. And I've seen enough of this pub. Initiate gentrification!" Reality shifts and shimmers, and all the crap from in the smoking yard disappears and rematerializes, artfully arranged on the walls, the mangles and the manual typewriters, but not the iPhone 4. That's a bit too recent to have acquired any vintage cachet. From the kitchen appears a man in a stripy t-shirt and a beard dispensing artisan falafel from a hod. The craft ales replace the lager and the beer. And the creature looks upon the drinks and said, "Let them have their nicotine fix." And with a shrug of his head, he engineers a nationwide hipster revival of chewing tobacco. And every pub in Britain resounds to the whack and ding of the spittoon, which slowly fills with expectorated black liquid topped with creamy white fluid, which is repurposed and sold as craft stout. Thank you. This is a brief meditation on the nature of God, which is always a crowd winner. So a priest, a philosopher, and a theologian, they walk into a bar, right? And the barman's in touch with his spiritual side, which is always tiresome. And in the corner's an atheist, sat on his own, railing against injustice the way he's like to do. And everyone wants to know, where's God? Well, I'll tell you, God's on holiday, mate. And you know that feeling you get when you go away that you might have left the gas on? God gets that all the time. And he can't stop trying on hats, no matter how stupid they make him look. This is because God is an artist. He has a mystique to maintain. He is a cosmic filmmaker. Jesus was his Alfred Hitchcock-style director's cameo. In another universe, Christ appears as a fat man carrying a cello, just missing a bus. On his last manifestation on earth, God appeared as a small child that had lost its mum in wars, stood by the picker mix going, "Wah! Wah! Wah! Wah!" And someone, I think it might have been, it was you. You went up to God, and you held God's hand, and you led God over to the security office, and you left God there. Basically, You abandoned God in lost property, and the universe has been all to cock ever since. And it is all your fault, you gobshite. Which leaves us with a priest, a philosopher, and a theologian, and they're in a bar, and out of the corner of their eye, one of them sees him. He's playing the fruit machine, he's got the beard and the halo and the sandals, he's got the lot. And the fruit machine pays out for the first time in 1,000 years that the fruit machine has stood there in this pub. And they sink to their knees and they say, God, tell us the secrets, God, tell us the mysteries. How do you marshal the moon and the sun and the stars and the planets and keep the comets in their courses? And God just shrugs and goes, nah, not telling you that. And the theologian says, no, God, I need to know. Why is there war and misery and murder and Morrissey? Tell us, God! And God just holds out his phone and says, that one's easy. There's an app. It's called Free Will. Thanks. I'm going to leave you with this one, and I'm going to introduce it with the worst sentence you'll hear this year that isn't spoken by a frontline politician. I wrote this poem in a workshop, and it's based on an American poet called Ted Berrigan, who's a really good poet, but he was a beat poet, a bit of a hippie, had a beard and stuff, and they're self-righteous bastards, really. And his poem was a list of injunctions of orders and instructions on how to live your life. And being a beat hippie, it was all stuff like be and exist and commune with the cosmos and all of that sort of shit. So I've written a version which is an instruction for people who are too busy trying to remember how to put their trousers on to commune with the cosmos. Wake! See the glory of creation peep in through the curtains. Hit snooze. Wake! See that the glory of creation is coming through a little bit more bright through the curtains. Hit snooze, stick your head under the duvet. Wake. Realise that you're going to have to compromise and put up with the glory of creation for at least another day. Stand up, walk, stub your toe, swear, regret swearing, resolve more effective self-censorship. Feed your goldfish, walk to the bathroom, stub your shoulder on the bathroom door, swear again. Forget you fed the goldfish. Feed the goldfish a bit too much. Stub your fingers on the little ceramic bridge, swear, put some more fish food in. Go to work. Stub your entire life on work. Go to the pub. Stay in the pub till the bitter end. Wonder why the end is always bitter. Swear at the skinhead on the way out of your pub. Realise too late that there are practical purposes to self-censorship. Stub your face on skinhead's fist many times. Run. Run in terror. Find safe hiding place. Contemplate the glories of the universe from your hiding place. Look the street lamp in the eye. Ponder the wisdom of climbing a tree to escape your pursuer. Fall. Stub entire body on ground. Go home. Fish out the corpse of your overfed dead fish from the tank. Flush it at sea with a single yank of the chain. Go to bed. Weep. And remember to turn off your alarm. Thank you.